Hello everyone. I'd like to start my presentation by showing you a photo of this cigarette packaging. Now, in 2016, this might have been the way cigarettes were packaged. And we all know that people who smoke might probably suffer from stroke, gangrene, and mouth cancer. But this in itself sounds scary. But it's even scarier when you see these physical effects of smoking. So you can see that nowadays, packs of cigarettes already have these kinds of graphic warnings in the labels. This is actually because of Republic Act number 10643, which is Graphic Health Warning Law, which requires tobacco companies to print 12 graphic health warning templates on cigarette packages. So we will talk about that further. But right now, I just wanted to appreciate the fact that the packaging for cigarettes have already been changed from this, which is so interesting to look at and very much well designed in terms of packaging, to this with grotesque, gross, vivid physical images of disorders and diseases. This is actually an example of how social marketing for social mobilization works. And this is my report for this day. This is DEVC208 Section A, Part 1 of how social marketing can be used to change social mobilization. Let's start with the first one. My first discussion is all about social marketing for behavioral change. Social marketing for behavior change is a strategic approach that uses marketing techniques to influence the behavior change in individuals or communities for the greater social good. Ibig sabihin, social marketing is being used to change the mindset and the behavior as well as the attitude of the society to a greater good. Social marketing aims to motivate and empower the individuals to adopt positive behaviors that will improve their lives or the lives of the people who are around them. This approach is often used in public health campaigns, environmental protection, and other societal issues. Let's go back to how the packaging of the cigarettes were used to impact social mobilization. Social marketing campaigns use marketing techniques such as market research, segmentation, branding, and message to motivate and empower the target audience to adopt positive behavior. I myself am a graphics designer. And so, in the principles of design, it is important to make sure that your designs are always attractive and interesting for people to buy and for people to patronize your product. It's important that it does that, but in cigarettes it doesn't do that. Instead, it uses this from pretty cigarette packaging to this one. In March 2016, the implementation of the Graphic Health Warning Law into effect required tobacco companies to print 12 graphic health warning templates on cigarettes that are being sold in the country. The law's IRR, implementing rules and regulations, said that all cigarette packages being sold in the market should have these graphic warnings and that they should cover the lower half of these boxes. Because with the high prices and the government imposed graphic warnings, the cigarette sales are expected to be cut and to drop further. It is expected that the patronization or the purchase of cigarettes of people will become lower. Sabi nga, dati babae at lalaki, isang kaha ang binibili. Pero ngayon, isang stick na lang ang binibili. So that is how social marketing was used to influence the social mobilization or the preference or the behavior and attitude of the society into making sure that they do not already patronize the purchase or use of cigarettes as much as they did back then. Anti-smoking advocates are also hoping that the graphic warnings will discourage smoking, especially on the young people, because as creepy as it may sound, gangrene, mouth cancer and all are already scary in itself. But when you actually see a picture of it in the packaging, it's much more scary. Okay, the other night, I went to a Taylor Swift Eras Night kickoff party. So to all my co-Taylor Swift fans out there, make sure to comment in the discussion forums below why, if you also were there, baka andun kayo. But yes, it was a completely unrelated night for a social marketing or social mobilization program. But that night, when we registered in the booth, we were given out this wallet, and inside the wallet is actually a set of free condoms and free lubricants, which are actually sponsored by Safe Spaces PH. It's amazing how something that was so unrelated to Taylor Swift was actually incorporated in the concert, wherein the advocacy of safe sex, safe spaces, and teenage pregnancy was very much incorporated in the event, and they didn't miss out on the opportunity to mobilize social change in something that was so much into the youth and into the young generations nowadays. So Safe Spaces PH also give away free condoms and lubricants at the UP Diliman Gender Office, and they are advocating to safe spaces, with UP Fair also participating in the goal of solving the problem of low number of condom use. So currently, 7 out of 10 youth are ashamed to buy condoms that make them vulnerable to human immunovirus or other sexually transmitted infections. And to date, the Philippines has the highest rate of the increase in the newly diagnosed people living with HIV across Asia and the Pacific region. So with with social marketing and the effective use of social marketing in terms of mobilizing them for behavior change, Safe Spaces does a great job in making sure that they reach these metrics. 5 million people have been reached through different campaigns. 100,000 people were screened and tested for HIV. 7,000 people, clients, are on free treatment. 1,000 people are on PrEP. 1,500 volunteers and 15 partner community organizations are helping in making sure that Love Yourself and Safe Spaces are being implemented in the country. So it's amazing how social marketing really was able to help in mobilizing the public in changing their behaviors for something good. Collaboration with key stakeholders such as community leaders, policymakers, and healthcare professionals is critical for the success of social marketing campaigns. Stakeholders can help to build trust, credibility, and support for the campaign. Let's look at this one video where they were able to effectively promote social distancing and social marketing and social mobilization. So through this video, they were able to explain and mobilize the behavior of the people to adopt social distancing back then during the pandemic. Another way by which social marketing can be used for policy or advocacy is through this one. When the strategic approach uses marketing techniques to influence policymakers and key stakeholders to adopt policies or behaviors that promote greater or social good. So research and analysis of social, economic, or environmental trends that affect the public helps to create an environment for policy change to influence decision makers. Let's look at this TikTok video that I found in last October.
Hi guys. So dito tayo ngayon sa labas ng BG, sa labas ng mall. Ayan, dyan ako galing sa Zara. Grabe guys yung ginawa nila sa akin, grabe. Pumasok ako sa fitting room kasi nga sa pambabae naman talaga ako bumibili ng damit. So pumasok na ako sa fitting room ng babae. Andun din yung kapatid ko. Sabi niya, may lumapit sa akin babae, sabi niya, "Sir, sa taas po kayo." Sabi ko, "Bakit po?" Sabi niya, kasi yung fitting room daw ng lalaki dun sa taas. Sabi ko, "Ate, hindi naman po kasi ako lalaki." Sabi ko, "Trans woman po ako." Sabi niya, "Sir, baka po kasi magreklamo yung iba." Tumingin ako sa paligid, kami lang naman yung kapatid ko. Kahit maraming fitting room, wala namang ibang tao. Pero hindi yun yung point, hindi kasi ako lalaki. Alam naman natin yan, trans woman ako. Tapos hindi ko na pinahaba kasi sobrang close-minded ni ate. Ayoko makipag-away. Tumaas ako, binayaran ko yung mga damit ko. Nagreklamo ako dun sa nasa counter. Then pinatawag niya yung manager niya. Ito pa yung nakakatawa. Yung manager nila, gay din. part ng LGBT. Then sabi niya, paglapit niya sa akin, na-receive niya daw yung complaint. Sabi ko, babayaran ko na lang yung clothes. Akala ko makakarinig pa ako sa kanya ng like pagsasabihan niya na hindi tama, pangangaralan niya hindi tama yung ginawa ng babae sa akin. Kasi nga LGBT members kami, dapat alam namin yun. Tapos sabi niya lang, okay na po ba? Tapos na po ba yung complaint? Hindi na ako nagsalita, umalis na lang siya. Grabe kayo, Zara. Guys, wag na kayong bibili dito, sobrang putang ina.
The hashtag #PassSojiBill has been trending on Twitter ever since this has happened. And the way that people use these hashtags to drive local policymakers into considering the Soji bill to be passed in the Senate is something that's really a huge social mobilization. The way that people would put the hashtag #PassSojiBill in everything that isn't even related to the Soji bill is a surefire way to make sure that this always gets to the top trending lists, and people who are lawmakers and policymakers will be able to see the importance of Soji bill. In fact, Soji equity now and discrimination are both hashtags that are usually used within the tweets that are being posted, because a lot of people would say that the sexuality cannot be undone by religion. So in the aftermath of the HR Gender and Equality Committee hearing, the Soji Equality Bill, it is with conviction that the UP Lipad organization would like to convict that an unbiased comprehension of the Soji Equality Bill, as opposed to the motions that are rooted in homophobia, transphobia, and bigotry. In fact, the past Soji bill and tweets which were addressed and made for the hashtag has actually driven the Soji Equality Bill to be approved at the Senate committee level. Committee Report number 15, submitted by the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality, chaired by Senator Risa Hontiveros, has been signed by 19 out of the 24 senators. Also, because of social mobilization efforts, a lot of the different cities in the country have adapted to the anti-discrimination ordinances. In fact, Quezon City, Batangas, Iloilo, and Cagayan de Oro posted a question that raised the challenge for the different cities if they also have our individual cities anti-discrimination ordinance. These are also results of social mobilization efforts that drove policymakers into considering new laws and policies that affected the common greater good. Social marketing can be a powerful tool for creating behavior change by promoting awareness, providing information, and offering tools and resources to help individuals make positive changes in their lives. For my discussion questions, make sure to answer in the discussion forum below. What role can you play in driving social mobilization through social marketing? And second, what are some other examples by which social mobilization has helped behavior change? Thank you very much, and I look forward to learning with you.